Right then, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Kerbal Space Program. Career mode from the beginning. I got some beer, and I got the urge to go into space. So, right, without further ado, let's have a look. Okay. Alright, let's do this then. So we are going to start off very simply doing the, easy stuff, I think. Let's do some easy stuff. Okay, let's do this. Right, so let's gather some science, okay? And we can launch our first vessel as well, okay? So let's get out of that. Let's go and design. Let's go and design something then, eh? So, we just need to launch a vessel. That's quite easy. Let's just make a rudimentary little craft here. Nothing too fancy. That's right, nothing too fancy. In fact, let's get rid of. Yeah, that should do. Right, and I think that should do it. So let's crack on with the first launch, ladies and gentlemen. First launch of the evening. Career mode. Let's go. Right. So let me just get my keyboard set up nicely. There we go. So we are looking at doing, so shall I do an EVA now? I think I should. Then we do an EVA report. Save that. Get Jeb back inside, like so. So that's the, in fact, let's do a crew report as well. Keep that. Right, and then 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait a minute. Let's just go full throttle. Even though it's a solid, I'm just going to put it on full just in case. Right, Jeb, say prayers, old boy. 3, 2, 1, launch. Oops, it is it. Should be okay though. I didn't put enough, I didn't put a lot of fuel in, so it shouldn't go very high. And it shouldn't really affect the results of this particular flight. I did get the staging a bit wrong. I put them in, the same stage, but never mind. We're good. We're good. We are good. Good to go. Alright, coming back down. There we go. More or less where we took off from. There we go. Recover vessel. Successful first flight. I'll drink to that. I'll drink the remaining bit of my Stella. Right, so we got 1.5 science from a crew report. We got 2.4 from EVA. And we got 5 science from a recovery of a vessel that survived a flight. Jolly good. Right, so we should have completed everything now. Yep. Let's just double check nothing active. Yep, we've done them. Jolly good. Right, next one. Test RT flea boost at launch site. Yep, and test decoupler at launch site. Okay, let's do that. Right, let's build something that tests both of them. 2 birds with 1 stone. Right, so let's just get these up. So we need an RT5 flea booster. which is the one I've got, and a TD12 decoupler. There we go. Right, so that can be turned down because we don't actually need it to take off. And if I take that off, then I can put that on upside down, and that should enable us to test that. Right, let's do it. Let's do it. So, two things to test on this one: the solid booster and the separator. Right, so let's test decouple. Oopsie daisy. Right, let's revert flight. That didn't seem to go according to plan there. Right, so there we go. Run test. Jolly good. So we've done one. Test D12 decoupler landed at Kerbin. Right, okay. Right, so we have to do this through the staging. Fair enough. There we go. Recover it quick before that thing smashes down. So that's another 2 in the bag. Just double check that there we're done. Yep, completed. Right, so I think let's spend a bit of science now. Let's spend a bit of science. Let's get basic rocketry and engineering 101. And what we got left? 6.9. So we'll get that next time then. Right then, so let's see what else we got then. All the Mark 15 parachute. Test the swivel liquid fuel engine on an escape trajectory out of Kerbin. Maybe not today, that one. Let's see. Escape the atmosphere. Right, so stick a crew report in flight above 18,000 meters. No. Near Bob's Glory. No. Ideally we need some kind of aeroplane to be doing that. Connect to focus to crew part. No. Right, so right, haul Mark 16 parachute into flight above Kerbin. Okay, I can do that. Have a Mark 16 parachute. Right, Kerbin flying altitude 2,000 to 900. Right, so if we, yeah, we can do this. We can do this. So let's go for that one then. Mark 16 or Mark 15 parachute. It can be done, and it will be done. Right, so let's get rid of that for a minute. So Mark 16 parachute. We need, right, okay. Let me just get these up on screen. It's a bit terrible actually because it's behind my head, but you should be able to see it. Oh, in fact, if I hold that above up there like that, you should be able to see it. Look. So so we need a Mark 16 parachute. Yep, okay. We need to get rid of that though. We need a controllable flight up to 2,000 or 9,000 meters. So we need some kind of fuel tank. In fact, we need a separator first. Let's get a coupling separator and a fuel tank or two. And engine. Let's get a swivel liquid. Jolly good. Right, I think that should do it. So we're firing the engine first, we're separating once we're done, and yeah, testing the parachute. Right, let's give it a blash. See what shakes loose. Right. So, let me just get the mission statement up. So, let's have a look. We need to be just about there throttle-wise. Let's put the RCS and SAS on, even though I haven't got any. I always do that, just in case. And away we go. So, right, I need to be 2,000 meters and doing 120. So let's ease off the power slightly. Yeah, let's ease off. That's nice, actually, that's nice. Right, there we go. And we can ditch. Or should we actually try landing this in one so we don't actually lose money? I think we should, you know. Let's come down with a controlled 55 pop parachute as well. That's gonna help us also. There we go, just bleeding a bit of speed off there. Nicely done. I think I can actually stop the engine there. See, it was just trying to accelerate away again there. We got it. We got it. We got it. Right, so I might just have to control the landing somewhat because it's coming down at like 9 meters a second. So we need to touch down a little softer than usual using some fuel. Right, no problem. Let's do this. We got this. We got this. We got this. Right, so just a tiny bit of fuel. There we go. Quickly recover it before it falls over. And that's another one in the bag. Right, jolly good. Right, another mission done. Right, what we got now then? So orbit curbing, test that on escape trajectory. Don't really want to doing that just yet. Focused observational survey of curbing. No, do you know what? I'm just gonna build something now that just flies up and gets out of the atmosphere. Let's get rid of that and just have a. Let's try a solid. Let's go for that. Yeah. Right. Let's just go for some kind of land speed record here. We might be able to unlock some more science by breaking a few speed records. So let's give it a bash. Right, nothing too special there. Okay, let's do this. So let's just keep it straight. Let's just go. So this one's just going to be pure speed, straight up there. In fact, is it fully laden? Yep, it is. Jolly good. So 3, 2, 1. This is just to break a few records. There we go. That should get us a tiny bit higher than usual. Seems I would jettison the weight. Let's just in fact, now would be a good time to activate the parachute. Any second now. When we've lost the speed. There we go. Losing the speed, starting to come down. Activate parachute. Right, okay. Let's fast forward. This should be a nice, easy, comfortable. Should be. Nice, easy, comfortable splashdown. Doesn't always work like, but you know, should do. I don't like how late these parachutes open. Opens very late. There we go. Right, losing a bit of speed, so that's good. We're on about 5 meters a second. Perfect. That's not going to destroy anything. Fingers crossed. You never know, though. With Kerbal, you never know. Right, so coming down. Nothing underneath me. Good. Right, another one in the bag. Slow it down slightly. And there we go. Nicely done, Jeb. So let's recover that. I should have broke some speed records there and atmosphere records. Gained a little bit of science, I think. Right, so I think I might actually try to gather a bit of science from around here now. So yeah, there's different biomes, you know, different places you can get science from. So, in fact, let's just check the mission control first. Nothing's currently active, jolly good. So, escape the atmosphere, right. Should we go for that one? Breach the atmosphere by flying a vessel to an altitude of 70,000 meters to achieve this goal. Right, I think I know how I can do this one. Right, so let's have a little build. Let's have a little build here. Right, so I'm gonna need some fuel tanks. Because I'm gonna need to get rid of a bit of speed, you see, on the way down. Well, actually, could I do it on the cheap, maybe? Let's try doing it on the cheap. Right, so so I need that one there, and let's get a decoupler right under there. Right, this should do it then. So that's solid fuel, jolly good. So hopefully this is going to get me at least 70,000. Thrust limiter, let's... Ooh, I don't know about that one. Let's just leave it where it is for now. Right, so let's try this. So we've got the bottom one firing, then decoupling, and then that is the one. This one is basically just to slow it down as it's coming back down, and then jettison the top one to hopefully leave the capsule with a parachute attached, but we'll see. Let's see. Even the best laid plans fuck up sometimes, you know? Right, okay. So, let's crank them on. Full power, thank you very much. So, let's just get the mission statement up in the top corner. So 70,000 meters is what we're aiming for. Let's see if we get it. Solid fuel looking good. I don't know if we're gonna get... We're probably not gonna get the 70,000 though. Yeah, could do an extra stage in there. Oh, we could actually. Right, let's see. So it's up to 20,000. 30,000. No, it's just not quite high enough there. I think what I should do is probably put a liquid fuel engine on, just in case. But let's test. Let's test this first. So obviously it's coming down. It's coming down pretty fast now. I've got to try and lose some speed here with this solid. Oh, there we go. It did kind of work there, but I think this might pick up a bit of speed. I think Jeb should be okay. I fucking hope so. Come on, parachute, don't break off, whatever you do. It's always a bit worrying. Parachute drop. There we go, we're good. Have I got a shadow? Yeah, there we go. Whee! And that was the solid booster just flying past us there. Right, so we didn't breach the atmosphere, okay. So revert flight to vehicle assembly. Okay, no problem. So let me think. Alright, so let's try. Let's get rid of that as well. Don't need that. So let's have some controllable gimbal engine, you know, liquid fuel one. And then let's try a bit of coupling with a hammer solid at the bottom. Right, okay. So we should be able to get a bit higher this time. Fingers crossed. Right, okay, so let's see. Let's just zoom in slightly. Yeah, looks good. Right, let's test it. Let's test it. The proof is in the pudding. So let's make pudding. Make some pudding. Okay. Right then, so on with the SAS, RCS. Right. Let's just get the mission statement there. There we go. Right, let's take some crew reports. There we go. Eke some more science out. Yeah, so this next part we're gonna have to if I just ease off the throttle slightly, conserve a bit of fuel. Right, that should do it. So coming up to 20,000. Right, if I kill the fuel, just let it glide a little. What we got? 700 odd meters per second still. This is looking good. 500 odd meters a second still, up to 50,000 meters. 55. There we go. That should definitely do it now. Right, let's just ensure that we get up to 70,000. Yeah, let's just a tiny bit more. That should do it. Should do it nicely. Right, there we go. So coming back down now. We're gonna have to, yes, we're going to have to bleed some speed off here on the way down. Yeah, it's probably more efficient to do it when I hit the air actually. So I get a tiny bit of assistance from the air. Right, so come back down in the air. So ideally I could do it. Using it there. Firing the parachute. Oh dear. Oof, I think Jeb is just gonna scrape this one. Bit touch and go with the parachute there. Yes, I think we're good. Oh, and there goes the liquid fuel rocket. And there Jeb glides magnificently back to Earth. Let's speed it up. Right, so we escaped the atmosphere. Jolly good. It's not too bad. Nobody's died yet. That's good. And there we go. Recover vessel. Another one done. Hurrah! Right. Let's have a beer. Yes, I think I need to celebrate with a beer. Right, so we got 8 science from a suborbital flight recovery, and we got 3.5 science from a crew report while flying over Kerbal shores. Jolly good. I'll drink to that. Got a nice bit of science there. So let's have a look. We've got 20, 18. So I think stability. I'm not sure about stability. In fact, let me just have a quick look what kind of missions we're currently experiencing. Conduct a focused observational survey of Kerbal. Blah blah blah. Ferry two tourists safely to their destination back. Right. Okay. Battery and slave raid. What do they want to do? Suborbital flight. Okay. I can do that. I can do that. Right. Take a crew report in flight below 19,600 meters. Right. Okay. So I think what I need to go for is obviously survivability. I'm gonna have that, and stability possibly, or general rocketry. What shall I do? Stability. I'm not sure. I don't think that's needed that particularly at the moment. So let's go with or shall I? Stability. I might actually. Have I got anything? So I've not really got any aeroplane style parts yet. So I think I shouldn't bother doing the aeroplane style stuff yet. Stability. Ooh, it's a tough one. Right, we'll go for stability then. Yep, we'll go for that one. Right, so these ferry tourists back and all that bollocks, we should be able to do these kind of things. Right, so I'm just gonna have a quick design. So I need something that's gonna get like two tourists up in space. Okay, right, no problemo. We can do this shit. We got this shit. We got it. We got this shit. Right, okay. So, let's see. Fuel tank? No. So we're gonna be ferrying like 2 or 3 tourists. I'm gonna need 2 or 3 pods. Right, okay. Let's have them all facing the same way, so nobody gets killed accidentally. Like so. Alexa, cancel. I think she picked up on the word accidentally there. Utility, definitely gonna put a parachute on top. So, we're gonna be trying to get this into suborbital flights, which is gonna probably need, well, first things first, well, actually, yeah, heat shield. No, that's too small. That one. That should do it. Oops. Right. In fact, let's go for the Let's go for the white version, eh? Yeah, let's go for white. Right, it's going to be a nice, clean tourist, you know, tourist contraption, this one. I'm going to need some more parachutes on it because these things are terribly unstable on their own. Just put them there like that. That should be okay. So this thing's going to be coming down on its own. It should be able to manage it. Right, coupling. Need a couple of right there. Then it's just a case of getting these people up there now. So solids, perhaps. Oh no, wait a minute. That needs to be that one because I'm going to fire this one on the way down to try and reduce some speed. So we need these. We have got radial decouplers as well. So actually, that's not a bad idea. Let's go like try on this one. In fact, hold on a sec. I might not need that there actually, so let's get rid of that. Yeah, let's fit them on like so. Actually, might have to just slide these things down a little. Like so. Right. So this is going to ferry 3 tourists, this one. Whether or not it works is another thing entirely. I could do with some aerodynamic. Ooh, nice. Do have the parts, jolly good. Right, so I've got a feeling that this thing is probably not going to make it first time, so this one might be an experimental craft. Alright, so all them fire at the same time, jolly good. Right, so let's see what kind of height we get off this thing. So obviously we need Jeb in one of these capsules, so this one's going to be only able to carry 2 tourists. In fact, do we need tourists on board? Do I need Jeb on board at all? It's just going to literally go up and down. Right, let's see what this thing can do. 3, 2, 1, go! Let's see. So 70,000 is going to be the benchmark altitude that we're going to need to hit. But if it doesn't hit 70,000, ooh. Right, let's see. Might actually make it. So we're still on 750 meters a second, still accelerating upwards. Is it going to crest over the 70,000 mark? It's going to be close. 60. We got a tiny bit more. Can it do it? Can it just do it? 65. Right, so something is clear to me already. So we're going to revert back to vehicle assembly. Maybe not use 3, maybe use 4. 4 symmetry. There we go. Right, something, what's not right here? Command module, wrong way, that's okay, it don't matter. Unused monopropellant, right, that's a good call. Let's get rid of them. Save some weight and money. Let's get rid of that. Right, okay, so let's fire this one up and see what this one. Craft too heavy, damn. Right, okay. Save and continue. Let's see if we can upgrade the launch pad, eh? Let's see. Launch pad. Upgrade 50,000. Yep. Jolly good. We should be able to launch, no problem now. Piece of shit basic launch pad there, you see? You couldn't even launch this little craft. Which weighs 19 tons. Right, let's give it a shot. Come on, Jeb. We need your skills. Show us how it's done, Jeb. We need to test this for the this is like Virgin Galactic. We're testing it for the tourism trade. Right, so we got TR and we got, yep, let's do all that. So in 3, 2, 1, launch. See what kind of height we get off this one. Now this, if it makes it up, should hopefully make it up there, you know. If it doesn't explode with the heat. Oh, nice. Yep, they're gone forever now. Right, so let's fire this up. See how far this goes. Oh yeah, I think this is definitely going to get over 70,000 this time. Beautiful. Right, so 85. Oh yeah, well over. So now, ideally, we could do with the craft staying perfectly straight. I know that's a big ask because most of the time, you know, it doesn't. Right, so I will fire this upon encountering some heat, you know. Hey there, Dark Souls 52, how you doing? Just playing a spot of Kerbal here. Preparing for space tourism. Right, so let's fire the retro booster. Oh, I don't think that was enough. Let's see. Might need a bit of work, this craft. Not too bad, not too bad. So, yeah, this craft, it's designed to just ferry 2 tourists up. And Jeb, but I think more work is needed, you know? More work's needed on this one. It's what we got, 9 meters a second. That's not the best touchdown speed, so I might have to add another parachute. Brace yourself, this could be a tad choppy, this landing. Oh, can you try to make the space shuttle? I'm doing career mode, so unfortunately, that kind of thing is beyond my means at the moment. I'll show you what parts I've got. So I've started doing career mode from the start. Obviously, I don't know if you've played Kerbal. When you do career mode, you get very little parts to begin with. So I'll show you. Well, I suppose I could try and make a space shuttle out of the parts I've got, but it's going to look like a cheap, shitty space shuttle. So we've got a Mark 1 command pod. We've got a shitty little FL T100 fuel tank. We've not got the best engines, obviously, because I've only just more or less started. You play Sandbox. If I played Sandbox, I could, but the object of this session is to do career mode, because I find, I don't know about you, but building stuff in Sandbox is like awesome. You can build some monstrosities, you know. But I like the mission based you know, tasks of the career mode. It's quite hard on consoles actually, due to the lack of mods. I haven't got any mods actually installed on this one. I'm playing it on PC actually, so yeah, career mode, and I've already actually done a few missions already, fairly straightforward missions. But like this one, ferry 2 tourists safely to their destination and back. So do you know what? Actually, before I actually pick that mission up, I'm just going to make a tweak to my craft. It wasn't bad. It's just this bit needs to be one of these. I think we need a tiny bit more. You know. Oh, he still did it, but it was hard. Yeah, it is. It is quite hard. There's way more. If anything, on a console, you know, landing on the moon is much more of an achievement on a console than it is on the PC, I reckon. I don't know if you've ever heard of MechJeb. There's a mod called MechJeb, and that makes the PC game like tremendously easy. It kind of takes all the trajectories and the orbiting mechanics out of it, and you kind of can just hit a button and pre-program everything, and it'll fly it for you. But yeah, on consoles, it's damn hard. Right, so I think this could be ready. Let's just give it a flight. Right, so except the touchdown speed was a little fast, so I think I should add just a few more parachutes here, like this. It might be overkill with the parachutes, but let's see. Right, let's give it a launch. Let's give it a launch. See what happens. I hope you're having a fine night there, Dark Souls 52, by the way. On this fine, chilly winter night. Right, so let's get some of that on. Full power. So we got Jeb in the top. Let's just see if I can see Jeb. Let's have a look. That's it, zoomed in slightly. There he is. He's laid down sideways, pointing upwards, which is awesome. Right, so let's get zoomed out slightly. Right, so are you ready? Right, so the aim of this is to get above 70,000 meters, which is the start of space for these tourist missions, and then to be able to land safely. So, right, here we go. Hold on to your pants, Dark Souls 52. We're going up in 3, 2, 1. We're going. Good thing about PC as well is I've actually got my own logos on. Yeah, look at that. Pretty cool tag logo, eh? I don't think you can do that on the console. Add more boosters. The solution to any problem in Kerbal is to add more boosters. Right, so we've reached such and such a height. Ooh. The fins on the 4 solid boosters, when it separates, it forces them inwards, and I was very lucky there that didn't actually explode the solid in the middle. Right, so currently we're heading upwards at a rate of 740 meters a second. I'll speed it up slightly. Right, so we're basically just coasting to 70,000 meters. You can remove your seatbelts at this point and walk about the cabin if you wish. Even spark up a cigarette or whatever. Did you even see the Russian moon rocket? Yeah. Oh shit. So, right. So the extra weight that's been added has in fact meant, right. So yes, I think, do you know what? More boosters are required, you know. So let's get, so I had 4 last time, so let's try 6. 6 should do it, I think. If in doubt, throw more boosters at it. Right, so I might get rid of them actually, because that is forcing, it's forcing these things. After separation, the fins are forcing the outer solids to, like, kind of, I don't know, turn in on each other. So it's quite a dangerous separation. But like, let's give this a bash then. So we've added 2 more solid boosters on the outside. So this should get us above 70,000. With the aim of taking 2 paying tourists up, straight up, and then straight back down again. We could launch at an angle and like do a shallower approach, like land in the sea, but it does cost more to recover your rocket the further away from the Kerbal Center. So, right. Anyway, ready for a launch? Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Right, so fingers crossed. This should, if it doesn't burn up, see the oh, actually it's not too bad. It doesn't seem to be heating up too bad. See, we're just getting a bit of heat there. The friction off the air. Oh, see, even without the fins, it's still a bit dodgy, that separation process. Oh, you know you can make it like SpaceX. Oh yeah, yeah, I'm doing career mode. These are basically just to go straight up and straight down. I built one. I've played it for like past 7 years, Kerbal, on PC since it first came out. And this is, I've not actually got all the pieces I want actually for this particular craft yet. I'm trying to do it before I actually get the pieces. Because I have designed one previously called the Widowmaker, which is absolutely perfect for tourists. Yeah, the name's a bit off-putting, Widowmaker, but you know, it works. Right, so there we go. There's a 70,000, so we're in space. That's the threshold. Oh yeah, I can. In fact, you just missed. Before you tuned in, that's what I was doing, landing it with the engine. I got some early missions by doing that. Right, so because I'm not, I'm trying to save a bit of money, and solids are cheaper than the you know, the normal thrusters that you can actually throttle. This is, it's like a cheap throwaway you know, tourist type of craft. Wow, so we got up to 96,000. Right, so as soon as we start hitting some friction, watch the bottom of the engine, watch for the air friction. Right, there we go. I'll fire the solid. That's going to bleed off a lot of speed. Because we were coming down pretty fast there. And fingers crossed, the amount of fuel in the solid is going to bring it... Oh, perfect. Right, and then what we do is we separate the solid and activate the parachutes. And there's our tourists, hopefully, gliding. Can you write the stuff that you have and I will test it in PS4 KSP? Right, okay. Hold on then, let's just get these down. This is a bit dodgy, this actually. So we need to be coming down slower than we did last time. So I think I was doing like 9 meters per second last time. Ah, in fact, I've just realised something. I can make this craft lighter by, yeah. In fact, shall I jettison the heat shield? I think I should. Let's get rid. Just save a bit of weight there for the landing. So we're down 400 meters. Ooh, it's like 8 meters a second. This is still dodgy. So I'm going to need... Oh, wow. That was very dodgy landing, that. Right, so I don't recover. I'm going to revert, actually. So, right. So I'll have a look. Can I write the stuff that I have and I'll test it in PS4 KSP? Right, so... So the stuff I have is basically, do you want to, in fact, it might be easier if I show you the tech tree. Right, watch this. So basically, I've only just started career mode this evening, from scratch. So if we're going R&D, so basically these, so you start with the start parts, obviously, so you've already got those. You kind of have to do this in, well, I'm doing it in career mode, but if you want to do it, I suppose you could do it in sandbox. So obviously you get the start parts. I've only unlocked like the, second step and half of the third step. Right, but what I'll do is I'll go through the craft like piece by piece, and I'll just show you what's involved with this one. So in fact, let me just so window maker, V1. Let's just save that one. So basically, what we have here is it's quite simple, straightforward, really. So if I peel away bits, so we've got what we got there. We've got separator. We've got a heat shield, but I've just realised something. I'm going to right click on the heat shield and minimize it a bit. That's it's probably about right, that bit. Do I have fuel tanks? No, because I'm using solids for this, which makes it incredibly cheap. And in career mode, you have to manage your money, your science collection, and everything else. So the more efficient you can do it, the better, because you're going to have more money later on. And sometimes it's quite hard to bring in the money early on. So plus I'm a Yorkshireman, so us Yorkshiremen are just normally tight bastards, you see, and we don't like spending money. So right, let's get rid of that. So what we've got is basically, I'll just take these off as well. It's basically 3 command pods, the Mark 1 command pods. So what I do is just like, to get 3 people on board, obviously you have to have 3 command pods. Oh yeah, nice one. Saving money is very, very key for this. So basically 3 Mark 1 command pods with a, what we got on top, it's a Mark 16 parachute on top. So that's like the basic, that's like, what the people sit in. And underneath that I've got a heat shield for re-entry, but I don't know if I need that actually. I'll do a flight, like, again in a sec, because I've altered something with a heat shield. You see this part? I don't know if you can do this on the on PlayStation. You probably will be able to actually. You can tell it how much ablator to have, which is like, the amount of heat-proof material, and it affects the weight more than anything. So if I leave it on full, and I'll just show you the weight of the craft. So currently it's 2.8 tons. So if I turn this down, right down, so it's gone down to 2.62 tons now. So I've saved, I made it more efficient just by reducing the amount of ablator the heat shield's got, which is a crafty trick, I find. You don't always have to have the heat shield like fully ablated, unless you're doing like repeat. Oh, you can, nice. So I recommend doing that. That'll save a bit of weight, and it'll make your engines more efficient, well, slightly more powerful thrust to weight. Right, so 3 command pods. We've got a Mark 16 parachute. We've got, I think it's just a normal, where's the heat, thermal. So it's a 1.25 heat shield. That's what I've got on. And I've switched it down to just 20 ablator. And then I have got a, what's this thing? I'll stick that on there like so. Oh no, no, I'm not going to use the other ones because of the cost. Right, so that engine alone costs 1,200, whereas the solids like cost 400. So it's just way cheaper, and that's the way I do it, to avoid, you know. Eventually, I'm going to build stuff with them engines, but controlled re-entry, you can do it cheaper with solids. I've done it in the past with solids. Oh no, no, I'm going to build it this way because this is the way I'm building it. I'm trying to recreate the Widowmaker that I made a few years back, in about 5 versions ago. Kerbal. Right, so if I just reload, don't save. Widowmaker V1. Right, eventually, these things won't be needed. Yeah, I'm kind of doing. I mean, it's all well like letting chat dictate what I build and stuff, but that's not what today's about. I've got a few friends that have just started playing, so I'm kind of doing this as like an example to them as well, like how I do it. And obviously everyone's got their own way of playing Kerbal. But yeah, right. So let me just sort that ablator out. That needs to be turned down. There we go. Like so. Do you know what? I'm actually gonna get some paying passengers, I think, as well. Right, so it touched down pretty good last time, but I think I'm just gonna pop a couple more drogue chutes on just to slow it down even more. Right. Okie dokie. And solid fuel, yep, that looks good. Let's just have a look. So I change the colour of these. Yeah, let's have an orange stripe around the bottom. Why not? I'm not too fond of the orange stripe myself. Right, so let's have a look. So let's have a look. Save and continue. So let's go and grab a mission. I like to think outside the box. I don't like to go standard build with any of my craft. It'd be too, yeah, I would definitely recommend career mode. Right, it's way more entertaining than just building rockets. It challenges you to think of things. The best parts about career mode is when you've got a mission to do and you've got very little parts, and part of the challenge that I love is like thinking outside the box and coming up with something that, you know, you wouldn't have thought would work, but it does. Right, so here we go. We got 2 tourists who want to go into space, so let's go. Right, we've got Jeb on board. We're going to need Jeb on board, so the other 2. So the tourists, hopefully, should go into the other 2 nicely. So we got Beatrice and we got Siegfried. See, this is another thing you don't get in the, you know, in the sandbox. Tourists, you actually, you know, it gives you a reason to do things. Career mode, it's really good. Right, do you know what? I'm going to switch Jebediah out and I'm going to put Valentina in just to get her a bit of experience. Right, okay, just check my staging. Oops, something's not. Parts 31 out of 30. Right, so we're just slightly over with our part count, which is because of these things. Right, so let's try maybe not 4. Let's try 3's not enough, I don't think. 6. Do you know what, actually I'm going to take, yeah, I'm going to put these back on and take the heat shield off, because I don't think a heat shield is needed for this particular one. But that might be famous last words. So we've just scraped, you know. Oh, you don't have the update with realistic parts. Yeah, this is I think it's the historic expansion pack. Yeah, this is why I love. Sometimes PC games, well, PC versions of games are just a bit superior. It's a shame, really. I mean, developers should release stuff on all platforms at the same time. I don't know if you've ever played Minecraft or like any other game. It seems like PCs, like PUBG, PCs always get the updates first. Oh, I've just thought of something actually. There's unused monopropellant on board here. I'm going to have to go back and sort that out. Just gain a bit of extra efficiency out of the rocket. Yeah. So let's just revert slightly. Revert to vehicle assembly. Yeah, PUBG. Yes, it's been one hell of a bumpy ride for PUBG on the Xbox One. I've got it for PC and Xbox One. I'd imagine it would run slightly better on a PS4. It's gone through some ups and downs on Xbox One. PUBG. Right, so monopropellant. I did get rid of it. Yep, monopropellant. Obviously, we're not going to be using any monopropellant. So right, I've got no RCS on board this thing yet. I don't need any to begin with. These early missions you can basically do with a really bog standard, you know, a tin can with some solid boosters attached. Another trick as well that I've not done, I don't know if you know this one as well. It's all about gathering science in career mode. And you see each one of these biomes, you've probably already know this, each one of these biomes counts as a separate area. So if you go around collecting from each one, you know, like do a temperature survey in one, log your data, store your data, and then move on to another area, you know, do a rescan of the temperature, crew report, you can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sets of science just from this alone. So you can get like 120 science just from around the KSP center, which is really good. But I've not yet done that. I'll be doing that shortly. Right, so this is the inaugural flight of the Widowmaker V1 with 2 paying tourists on board. Right, let me just move myself. Look down there. There's three people. Look, see that? Unfortunately, I'm covering them up where I'm sat. But anyway, right. So we need those on, and right. Fingers crossed. This should be it. So, in 3, 2, 1. Right, paying tourists on board. The reputation of my space agency is at stake here. So I've got to pull out all the stops now. No fuck ups. Please, no fuck ups. The world is watching. Right, this is good. So separate. Yep, they smash into each other, but thankfully leave the main body unattached. Oh well, unmolested, undamaged. Right, let me just pull the mission up. So now we just need it to hit the 70,000 meters mark. Spin around in the sunshine. There we go. Right, so we're coming up to 70,000 meters. There we go. Alright, so let's keep going. So now we're starting to come down again. So as soon as we start, look, the Kerbals are going crackers. They're loving it though. Right, so as soon as it starts, as soon as we start getting a bit of heat resistance, there we go. We fire up the retro booster, which should bleed off a hell of a lot of speed. Yeah, the fact I'm going straight up and straight down as well saves money in the recovery of your craft too. You know, instead of angling it off to a direction and flying miles in one direction. Wow, look at that, that's brilliant. There we go. And fingers crossed, that should just glide to a perfect, fingers crossed obviously, that should glide. Oh, actually I have, see, because I went straight up and I've come straight down, I did go a tiny bit too high actually, which I could alter the amount of solid fuel in the solids actually to achieve a more exact, you know, height. Right, the thing is, are we going to have 2 dead tourists on our hands, or is this parachute going to work and bring it below about 8 meters a second? We shall see. Come on. Right, parachute opening. What we're down to, about 8 meters a second. That's not too bad. We might just get away with this. There's the shadow. I like to watch the shadow coming down. There we go. Oh yeah, not too bad. 7 meters a second. I think these have an impact rating of about, is it 12? I think 12 meters a second. So coming down now. Slow time down. Zoom out slightly, please. And there we go. We have, yeah, hopefully, I think they should be happy with that. So we went up in space and we came back down again. Right, mission summary, ready for next assignment. So these guys have got 1 experience, but they're tourists, so I can't actually use these guys. And Valentina actually has gained 1 XP, which is really good. That's what I actually wanted. Yay! And we've finished the mission, so it did work. Although the craft itself could do with a bit of I could do with just tweaking it slightly. So these solids, I could do with just taking that down a notch. So we hit about 90,000. I think we hit about 90,000 on that one. So I'm just going to do another launch just to see. So I've reduced the amount of solid fuel in the, you know, in the 6 outer solid boosters. So it shouldn't go too far above 70,000 hopefully this time. Let's see. Right, so there's nobody on board, that's good, apart from Valentina, so let's try not to lose Valentina. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. So we'll sit back, see what these solids achieve. Should be interesting, this. So basically what I like to do is make, you know, a craft for a particular type of mission, and then all I have to do is use that craft for that mission whenever it pops up. Alright, so let's get rid of them. And speed time up. So let's see where altering the solid boosters gets us. Right, so we're up to 40,000, still doing just under 600 meters a second. 50,000. Yeah, I think I might just have to put a tiny bit more fuel in them. 60,000. 61. 62. Yeah. So I reduced the amount of fuel slightly too much there. But 1 notch upwards, like this, should do it. That should be perfect now. So each one should have the same. Right, excellent. Right, so let's try that one again. So this time, this should reach 70,000 quite comfortably. And just crest above 70,000 and come back down again. The extra, I think it went up to 90,000 meters last time, and that extra 20,000 meters, while you're up in the air, Kerbin is turning, so you do land further away from your, you know, the launch pad. I'm trying to make it come down quite close to the pad to reduce the recovery cost. Typical Yorkshireman, you know, tight bastard. Right, in 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. So hands off. We got hands off. This should, fingers crossed, get up to 70,000 this time. Right, so as soon as the solid is burnt, I'm going to separate. There we go. Oh, it just took a knock there. Hopefully that change in trajectory wouldn't... Oh, you almost made orbit first time. Nice one. Yeah, it's quite easy to get orbit if you know what you're doing. I agree. You can use the map view. You know, stay behind the apoapsis, and all should be good. Point it 90 degrees, you know, to the 90-degree parallel. Right, so this, oh yes, slowing down perfect now. So we have got 70,000, and so it just crested at 81,000 there. Right, we go. Right, so I just need to straighten this up actually, because it's not coming down straight as I'd like. There we go. Nice. Yeah, sandbox is so easy. That's I've played sandbox for like last 7 years, and you lose focus in sandbox so easy. If you can do career mode and end up doing the same things as you do in sandbox, it's much more enjoyable. Well, I reckon it is anyway. Right, so bleeding the fuel, nicely done. Alexa, cancel. Oh, that's perfect. Absolutely perfect, that. Right, so we've got a refined Widowmaker now. Perfect for two tourists. So where's this coming down? Yeah, it's still quite far away. That's not too bad, I suppose. Still a damn sight nearer than if I launched, you know, at an angle. Right, and that should definitely comfortably... Ooh, actually, we might have an issue with the landing spot if I end up landing on a hill. Oh, you're playing Korea right now. Excellent. Right, there's a few tricks. I'll show you a couple of tricks that I normally do. So I've got my Widowmaker, so I can now do the, you know, the tourist missions. If I just save this ship, I can just wheel this thing out and do them missions anytime now. So I'm going to move on to gathering a bit of science, I think, and try and unlock some more stuff. Could have an issue here with the landing if it's not straight. Just recover vessel quickly, that should do it. Actually, can't even see that. Yep. Recover it before it falls over. Right, I'll show you something that I do. Collecting science early on, you know, you can get quite a bit from round here. Basically, every part of your complex you can drive to and collect science and come back with a shit ton and unlock a lot of things quite early on. But in order to do that, we're going to have to build something a little strange. At the moment, in fact, I'm just going to show you. I've got no, there's no wheels. I've not unlocked any wheels yet. Where's my R&D? Right, so I've got survivability, I've got stability, and I've got 10 science, so I just need another 10 and I can unlock general rocketry. So I'm going to go around collecting a bit of science. I do have, where's the thermometer? Or the pressure map barometer, right. So I'm going to be using the barometer for this next one. Right, so what I tend to do is build a little land rover and drive around a little, right? So, but in order to do this, obviously there's a lack of batteries at the minute because I haven't unlocked any. So I kind of have to get a bit crafty. And this is how I do it. So this is going to be a science collector, believe it or not. Right. So there's no wheels. So this thing is basically going to roll on the floor to get around. I'm not going to fly, you know, from little place to place because there's too much that can go wrong. It can be done like that, but this thing, I do like to. I don't know. It just seems. It seems to make sense. This, right? So we are going to need. I think I'm going to need to build this in the other one. Right. Let me just switch editor. Yeah. So yeah, every biome. You know, I could just literally drive outside of this hangar and start gathering science with this. But in order to do that, right, watch the kind of thing I've got to do first. So you've got to try and create, you know, some wheels using girders, daft as it sounds. And I do something a bit like this, right? So we're gonna need quite a bit. So let's try and get a smoothish. So this thing, to avoid damage to the capsules, you see, we're going to have like, in fact, if I could do with, yeah, get rid of that. I could do with just doing it on this one first. So with the PC, I like to just angle it outwards slightly to create kind of a wheel. And then I think if can I copy that? I don't know. No, I don't think I can. Right, anyway. So let's get another pod. Oops. That way. And then basically we're going to have to copy. Copy this side. Right, just get it a bit inwards a bit slightly. Actually, do you know what? I think, yeah, I think what I might do is if I create this as a part, a sub-assembly. Right, so I'll grab that, sub-assembly zone. Right, so just put that there. And save this as, I'll just call it the spinner for now. So that, see, the thing is, I could have made like both parts independently, but by doing this I'm going to get an exact copy like that. In fact, hold on, let me just turn that around the right way. Oops. So let's spin that. Oop, not that way, that way. So both of the windows are at the top. Right, now this is the kind of the hard part, this part. So this thing, using the SAS wheels inside, you know, the reaction wheels inside here, it's going to be able to turn using electric. Electric charge, right, that's good. Have I got any batteries? No, so I've got no batteries, no wheels or anything. Well, I've got landing legs, but no wheels. So, right, science. So I'm going to need some science stuff on. Now, here's the hard part. You need to put the instrument somewhere that's not going to hit the floor as it's turning. Right, so... Oop, I've just realised we've got double symmetry on. Let's get rid of that. I'll just put that on there. And let's get a mystery goo. In fact, I'll do 2 mystery goos because we might be able to... oh, not that many. We might be able to... you know, right, so I'm just going to alter something here. These tools up at the top are immensely powerful tools, so I'm going to rotate. See how it just sticks out a little? That I don't like that, so I'm just going to alter that and just make it a bit more snug in there. In fact, if I take the snap off, you get a much more accurate you know, much more accurate design. And then if I move these suckers inwards slightly, so they're really not going to clip on the floor. Right, that's pretty good. So now I've got like clearance, I've got ground clearance, and it shouldn't hit the instruments, in theory, right? So, in fact, let's give it a name. The science roller. Yeah, that'll do. Alright, let me just save that in case it crashes or anything. Right, so we need a pressure map barometer as well. Just one of these, not 6. Could put 6 on if you want, I suppose. Right, so same thing again. And ideally what you want is you want a scientist on board. Bob. There we go. Because Bob is going to be actually going on EVA out and collecting the data, because you get twice as much science from a scientist. Right. So I've got Jeb in one and Bob in the other. Right. So I think that's pretty good. Let's just see if there's any warnings. It's going to show some, yeah, command module wrong way, obviously. That's, yep. Landing gear missing, obviously, because we're not, this ain't going nowhere. This is not taking off. Right, unused monopropellant. Right, let's get rid of the monopropellant. Make it a tiny bit lighter. Get rid of everything we don't need. Electric charge required but not generated. Right, okay. There is electric charge actually inside, and I think when you've got Kerbals inside your command pods, you know, in fact, let's go to the other editor. We need to be launching ideally from the spaceplane hangar, because it's a bit easier. I think it's quicker to get to the other little biomes like that. So watch this. This is a good way of collecting early science. This, I find. It might not work straight away, but we'll see. Right, so you see, I need to make it way more. Yeah, it needs to be way smoother. These edges, it needs to be more of a circle. It's actually able to rest too much on that, and the actual SAS. Look, you can see it just wiggling, just trying. It's trying, but it's not happening at the moment. Like that, see, just ever so slightly wiggling. And that's because there's too many flat edges. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go back and make the end bits a tiny bit rounder. Yeah, it's a crafty. Right, so yep, I may have to redesign this, but if I just show you this, watch, you see how the straight, it's too flat, and the power of the SAS motors in the module is not powerful enough just to, you know, to get it off the flat. It's parked basically with a handbrake on, and it's not got enough power to move. But if we alter that slightly with by doing something like this, watch. Right, so actually we just need to switch back to the other editor a second. It's easier to do it in this one. Right, so we need to have some kind of snapping, and we need as many as we can this time. To have more. Let me see if I can kind of angle it outwards into a kind of. Or maybe if I actually start it on a slant, maybe that might work. Yeah, right, yeah, let me just get rid of that sec. Try again. So I want to avoid like a flat part at the bottom of the ship, and try and get like as smooth as possible. Actually, that's not bad, but I think that is going to cause issues. Actually, that's not too bad. That might just work. Right. Yeah, let's try that. So right, I need to get rid of these. I need to try and replicate. Ideally, I should have, you know, made it a sub-assembly so I could, you know, get perfect symmetry on this sucker. But, let's try something like that, maybe. Oh, actually, they're still angled, so I'll get rid of them. Start again. That's a bit better. Something like that, maybe. That might just work. Right, so let's give that a bash. It's all trial and error, Kerbal. But I love doing stuff like this, you know, thinking outside the box. I love trying things and doing things that nobody else has ever even thought of. It's quite hard because it's very easy to just grab modules, put them together, and, you know, send it up. Right, here we go. Let's see if this damn thing works. It works! Excellent. So, now we need to try and turn this sucker. The thing is, we can't go too fast. Otherwise, parts are going to start flying off. Right, so this is good though. This is working. It's a proof of concept. So, they're getting very seasick inside. Right, so basically what you do is, if I carry on... Right, let me try and turn a little. Turn this way. Yeah, the thing is with turning, you know, it's quite... It can be a pain in the ass. Right, let's just get it rocking slightly. There we go. Right, let's just stop. Stop there, stop. Right, let's get Bob out. Let's try doing a... Right, let's do EVA. Right, so here we go. So we've got log temperature. So we've got a temperature scan. Keep that. And then we got a barometer scan. Log pressure data. Keep that. So when you run these tests, obviously it keeps the data in the actual instrument. Yeah. So let's observe. Let's observe this mystery goo, this side, that one. Right, so we got 3 signs from that. Jolly good. And the good thing about having a scientist on board is Bob can actually reset these things. Instead of it being one use, you can reset it, which is really good. So, Bob, you need to collect that data, remove data, and restore the experiment. There we go. So that mystery goo is good to go again. Bob, please take the data from the thermometer. Thank you. So Bob has got like 2 sets of data on him at the moment. Take the data from the pressure scan, Bob. There you go. Because these instruments, you know, when you run a test, it keeps the data inside the instrument, which is all fine if you're just doing one experiment out in space. But then if you want to reset it and use it again, yeah, you need a scientist, obviously. And then you can actually see Bob's got 3 experiments stored on his person now. So I'm going to store them experiments, and that allows you to just keep repeating, you know, drive somewhere else and do it again. So let's do an EVA report as well, because you've got to get all the science you can from this. Let's keep that. Can I store? Yep, store experiments. So we've got 4 experiments currently stored, which is brilliant. This is how to get some pretty good science early on this. Right, so Bob's back inside. Let's get this damn thing rolling. Right, so we need to somehow head over there. The issue is, though, sometimes steering the damn thing. So let's try and see if we can steer it that way. I think one of these sides is probably longer than the other. Right, let's stop on the runway. There we go. Oh, Bob, just roll back a sec. Roll back. Roll back. There you go. Right, so let's get Bob out again. EVA. Right, providing it's a, you know, like a separate biome, it might not actually run the experiments again. So log pressure data. Ah, right. So yeah. Atmospheric pressure scan from runway. I think the ones we did over there was classed as off the runway. So it is like 2 sets of data. So keep experiment. Take data. There you go. Bob's got the data. Let's run some more mystery goo stuff. There you go. Let's get some mystery goo. Keep the experiment. Collect the data, Bob. That's right. Remove data. And restore mystery goo. There you go. So scientists are really, really useful for collecting science, obviously. Obviously. Right, so temperature. There we go. Temperature scan from runway. Temperature readings are quite literally nominal. So we got 2.4 signs from that. Keep that. Take the data. And then, so Bob has got 3 sets of data on him again. So store those experiments, Bob. So now we've got 7 sets of data stored in the capsule. And I can do one last EVA report because the runway is classed as a different location to, you know, as soon as the name changes to something else like near runway, you can do the whole set of experiments again. So there's a lot of science you can pick up from around the KSP Centre. Right, so we keep that. We store that one. So I've got 8 experiments in total. So let's get Bob back inside. There he is. And then let's just recover and see how much science we got from that. So we didn't even leave Kerbin. And we've been gathering science. So let's see what we got. So I got 22.8 science from that, which is pretty damn good. So what's that? It's about 11. So I got 11 science from each biome there. So I took a reading from the runway. That's 11. I took a reading from here. That's another 11. So factoring all these other ones, that's another 11. 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 And so on and so on. You can see how the science adds up early on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend a bit of science now. Have I got... See, it would make sense to go for more science units as well, because that 11 points of science would be way more science if I had some of these. Storage unit. Oh, and batteries as well. Right, so what I might do is, yeah. Ah, right, but this is 45 science to unlock. So, okay, we're going to have to collect a bit more science. Right, let's do that. So let's get wheels. Yeah, I could do. Let's have a look. Aviation, I suppose oh, 45, that costs 45. I can actually gather a bit more science without wheels at the minute. Right, watch this. So, if I go science roller and we get Bill on board again, and then so I can get another 11 science from the launch pad, and then if I roll down the launch pad, I'll get another 11 science, which will give me like 22, added to what I've already got, and I should be able to unlock the wheels then, which then I can make an actual proper craft to just go and drive around and collect the rest of the science. Right, so here we are on the pad. Right, so I think I might have done EVAs. Do you know what, actually? I don't like doing stuff in the night time. Let's just spent like 3 days on the launch pad there. Right, so guys, let's do a mystery goo. Alright then, let's slow down time first. Oops. There we go. Right, mystery goo. Observe mystery goo. Jolly good. Got 3 signs from that. Same again. Thermometer. We log the temperature. 2.4 from that one. And then where's the... Oh, I think the barometer's smashed off. Ah, in fact, this is the other craft. Yeah, the one with the flat. So this is... In fact, let me revert. This is not actually the proper the thing that I've just been driving, actually. Right, so let's just stick a barometer on. We're getting a bit of slowdown there. Stick that on there. Right, let's relaunch. Let's do it again. Oh, he's going to play PUBG. Good luck. Get that chicken dinner. I went on PUBG Friday. I've got a couple of my brother and my best mate. We go on like every Friday. But we've had a break from it we've played it solid since before last Christmas, since it came out on Xbox One, and it's been ups and downs. It's at a point where it plays really well now, but it's one of those types of games where you have to keep your hand in. You have to keep playing it to keep your skills up, and if you have a 2-month break, coming back to it is it's unforgiving. It's a good game though. It is a good game. So good luck. Bring on the chicken, oh boy, and best of luck to you. Right, so I'm gonna carry on getting some data here. Let's get some data. Observe mystery goo. 3 signs. We got some thermometers. There we go. Oh, log temperature. There we go. Log that one. Right, Bob. Oh shit, it's Bill. Oh god damn it, we've got the wrong goddamn Kerbal on board. This'll never do. So let's get Bob. Where's Bob? Where the devil did Bob go? Right, yeah. That's what happens when you have an engineer on board. We need a scientist on board, Bob. There we go. Right, I'll just double check if I've got any more science. No. Utility, don't need them. Communicatron, it's useless at the minute. Thermal, useless. Aerodynamics, not useful at all. Oh, payload. Oh no, I could have put all my instruments inside the payload, but I'll not bother. Right, that should be okay actually. That. So let me go and collect a bit more science. Yeah, it's a good way of unlocking quite a bit of the tech tree early on. This. Yeah, it's getting to the wheels that's the hard part. But once you've got the wheels, you're well away. If you pardon the expression. Right, just passing a bit of time here. Should start getting light. There we go. Sunrise. Jolly good. Right. So let's get to work. So Mr. Goo. Keep. Oh, in fact, if we get Bob outside already, he can actually collect that as we're doing it. Remove data and restore experiment and log temperature. Keep experiment. Take the data. So Bob's got 2 sets of data. Right, let's get the pressure read. So there's 3.6 science there. Take the data. And let's do an EVA. I think I've already done an EVA. Yep, so that one, I won't be able to get an EVA report from that one. Store experiments. Right, so Bob, if you get back inside, old boy, just do a crew report. That might... Oh, no. No. Crew report, I think I've already done, so... So right, so we got about 11 signs from that. Let's see if... Right, so yeah, this is the design with the flat edges, which is not going to move. But I got 11 signs from that. Which might just get me the wheels, which might just be enough. Which means I can just make a little buggy and just drive around. Which makes it a lot easier. Right, so I got 9 signs. Ooh. So I just need... I think it's just out of reach. 45. Yep. Yep. Right, yep. So let's go back. Let's just alter the wheels a sec. Make them... it must have reverted back to the original. This. Right, let me just zoom in a little bit. And a bit of slow down there. Right, so these things I'm going to have to take off. Do again. In fact, yeah, let's start from scratch with them. Make some kind of almost like wheel-like. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, that's not too bad, though. Get rid of that. Get these whacked on. Same kind of fashion, if possible. Right, so something like that, I think. Right, awesome. One kill, nice one. Go for it. Keep going, man. You got this. You got the chicken dinner. I can smell the chicken. You got this. You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you, man. I believe in you, Dark Souls. You can do it. Get that chicken. Use your ears. Do you know what I found from the last year playing PUBG? Your ears are your best weapon. Crank that headset up full. Listen for the footsteps. That is the best way, I think, of hunting, folks. The amount of times I've heard people coming and my friend and my brother haven't, it's saved our asses loads of times. So keep your ears peeled out there. Use the information. Yeah, it's weird. In PUBG, it's all about using what info you've got from your hearing, what you can see, what you know from open doors and stuff. You know, people have been round. It's there's quite a few. I don't know. It's quite a lot of tips and tricks for PUBG. It's a brilliant game, PUBG. When you get to the last 10 and your heart rate just goes through the roof. No other game does that. That's why I love PUBG. It's awesome. Right, so we're steadily rolling off the pad here, trying not to smash anything off. That's not too bad. Right, so if I come to a halt here, I think I might be able to. Whoa, that'll do. Right, so let's get Bob. Where are you? EVA. So this should class as another biome. This. So I should be able to do it all again and reap the benefits. Oh, I got 0.7 signs from that one. So maybe this isn't the same biome. Could be slightly different. Yep, so it is the same biome. So what I'm going to do is get back inside, Bob, and carry on rolling. Not that way. This way. Oh, that way. Right. 2 kill. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Yeah, little quick hint, you know, instead of like going into your main menu to use healing items, I think you can use down on the digital pad, you know, to save a tiny bit of time. There we go. Keep going. I think we need to, yep, keep rolling here. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Rolling, 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 rawhide. I think you can actually steer this thing ever so slightly. Right, so basically I need to get out of this concrete marker. Oh, use a different button on PS4. It's, yeah, there's it does make healing quicker though. Right, this could be dodgy. I might end up smashing some instrumentation off my little roller here. Oh, nice one. We got ground clearance. Right, so as soon as I'm on the flat bit, that should count as another biome. Right, there we go. So if I bring this to a halt, Bring this to a halt. There we go. There's Bob. Come on, Bob. Time to shine. Right, so Mystery Goo. This should give me extra science now. Alright. So that must still be classed as the same biome. Is this? Yeah, that is too. Right, fair enough. So let's revert to flight to vehicle assembly. I'm going to have to roll a different way. Probably, in fact, science roll, let me just save that. Switch editor. There we go. Let's launch it from the runway. Try and drive over to the main buildings. This might be a task and a half, this one. I should really just build something that flies over there. It's probably easier, but hey ho. Right, so let's get rolling. In fact, let me push this to the limit, see how fast it'll go. Ooh, it's taking a bit of damage there. Right, so I think one leg is longer than the other with this thing. Because, yeah, I don't think that's a new biome. Right, so I might just have to redesign this slightly. Yep, that's not the same biome, so revert flight, spaceplane hangar. I'm just going to redesign this so it's perfectly symmetrical. I think one side's just, well, one side's not symmetrical, it seems. Let's take this off. Right, so which one's the route? That one's the route there. So if I go to sub-assemblies and drop that, just call it 2. Okay. Right, and I go new. Don't save. And I get 2, and then I get another one. Right, so now they are perfectly symmetrical. So I shouldn't have any issues of the damn thing turning in a circle. Right, so now I just need to put the instrumentation back on. Let's put a thermometer right there. And I'll just put one mystery goo. I only need one, it seems. Right, hello there, little Kerbal man. Right, so let's get a bit of rotation going on this thing. Take the snap off. There we go. Let's just move it in slightly so it doesn't end up smashing on the floor. Let's do the same with this as well. Let's move the pressure barometer slightly in. There we go. Right, so that should I'll save that as 2. I'll save that one. Right, so I've got everything I need. My crew, I'll just make sure I've got Bob on board. There you go. Well done, Bob. Right, good to go. Launch. So let's try and see if this damn thing steers. It might not. It might. Yeah. Get that chicken. Right, okay. So this is a test to see if this bloody thing can be steered at all. So yeah, it can roll forwards, no problem. Oh yeah, I think I can steer it slightly. Ever so slightly. Oh shit, it's actually picking some right speed up here. 3 kills. Go on, man, you're doing it, dude. Right. My science roller, oh, bloody hell, it's 14 meters a second, this thing. Yeah, if you're just tuning in, anybody, this is how to collect science without using wheels. Using the SAS of the command modules, I do feel sorry for Jeb and Bob at this point, because they're inside there, turning to mush. Well, let's keep going. We're just gathering some science from around KSP at the moment. Whoa, 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 whoa. Right, so that took a bit of a turn, so Need to turn that the other way. Perhaps like that. Yeah, that might do it. Right, so I just need to reach another biome. And ideally, over here it'd be perfect. Yeah, if we can make it up this little incline. There we go. Oh, 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 oh. Slow down, slow down. Perfect. Right. So, stop there. Come to a halt. Stop, 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 stop. Jolly good. Right, Bob. Do your thing, man. Do your thing. Right. So, this should be another biome, so this should definitely let us do this now. Yep, excellent. So, we got some more data, and after this one, I should be able to afford bloody wheels. Right, which makes things a lot easier. Well, it makes collecting early science from around your science centre a lot easier. Log temperature, I think I've already done that. Take data, yep, jolly good. Observe mystery goo. Keep data. Collect data. Remove data. Restore bloody goo thing. Right, and while you're here, Bob, let's do an EVA. Keep that. And, right, let's store experiments. Jolly good. Is that store experiments? Alright, so we've already got a temperature scan. Okay, fair enough. Board experiment. Well, board and dump experiments. That'll do. Crew report, perhaps? Yep, why not? And recover vessel. And that should give us enough science for the voyage. Fingers crossed. Right, yep. So we've got 54 science now. Jolly good. So I'm going to buy the wheels. Excellent. So I have wheels. Now I can build something that will collect science more efficiently, which is always a good thing. Oop, gone into the totally wrong thing there. Right, so now I need to visit the other little biomes, collecting the rest of the science. And now that I've actually got some wheels, I can get rid of my little, you know, makeshift wheel thing. It's really good, actually, this kind of thing. If you're struggling for early science, build something like this. Just roll around KSP, do your experiments with a scientist on board, and you can grab some early science. Really good. Anyway, new. Let's start from scratch. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this sweet logo on the side. Got my own logo on the side. Holy shit! It's almost professional. Right, so. Right, how shall I power this? Shall I have a little jet-powered car or something? I think so. That's a good idea. So we're going to need... so that only houses one Kerbal, I presume. Minimum crew to operate, yes. Crew capacity 1. So we're going to need Bob on the back. Like there. So let's build some kind of little... I do like building these kind of things. Let's build some kind of little scout thing. I'll probably put I don't know, a jet on the back or something, I think. Right, so I'm gonna have to move these down a little, I think. Shift that down. Oh, no, not that one. That's fine as it is. It's these wheels I want to move downward. You silly bloody interface. What you doing? There we go. That's it. Something like that will do. And a little wheel on the front. Just the one. Don't need two. Right, let me just make sure this is the right way around. Yeah, I'll go like that. Yep, try and stick it on the bit underneath. So we're not going to get any, in fact, let's put it a bit nearer the nose cone. Yeah, that should be. I'm trying to build it so it can, when it goes over the ramps, it's going to have clearance. So if I maybe even move it back a bit, I think. Yeah, that should definitely be able to do it. That. Right, okay, let's get some bits and bobs added on. Right, so let's think about this then. We need a little, obviously we're going to need a little jet engine. With a fuel tank, a little tiny fuel tank. Probably just stick it on top, I think. Like so. Alexa, cancel. I don't know why it does that. All I said was like so, and I think my Alexa thought I was talking to her. Well, at least you were listening that time. She doesn't normally listen to me, which is typical. Anyway, right, so jet engine, little Juno basic thing on the back there. And we need a circular intake. Where are we? Small little intake. There we go. Right, so cancel. It's done it again. Right, so that should be enough to just power it around. I'm going to have my scientists sat in the back, obviously. What kind of parts have I got? Oh, parts 10 out of 30. That's not bad. So I'm not exceeding anything. Jolly good. So let's get some science stuff on there. Put that there. Put that right next to it. So Bob don't have to go too far. Let's just have one mystery goo on. We only need one. There we go. Right. I think all's good. Let's get rid of the monopropellant. Don't need that. Right. Actually, is this gonna? Yeah, it's probably gonna tilt downwards. I think that. So I'm just gonna move these veers ever so slightly upward. Oh, take the snap off as well. That'll give us a bit more room to play. Right, it's down slightly. I think. There we go. Right, so let's kick the tires and light the fires. Let's get Bob on board. Let's just make sure I've got my scientist on board. There we go, Bob. You're doing a grand job there, Bob. In fact, let's get rid of Jeb. Let's use Valentina for this one. I do like to mix them up, you know, give them a bit of experience. So this one, I'll just call it 3 for now. Save. Right, launch. So let's go collect some science from around the KSP Center. So hopefully I might be able to unlock more scientific apparatus with this. That's the plan, and therefore I can reap more science points. Ideally, I should have waited till I got every science piece of equipment, because it means I'm going to have to drive around again, you know. Right, so gentle start. We don't need too much power. Oh. Go on. She's only a small engine, but, you know, she does work. There you go. Let's go that way. The trick is, we don't want to be going too fast, really, because it's extremely unstable, this thing. So let's kill the speed a little, let it coast. Oh yeah, that is. As soon as I turn, it's quite unstable. Let's use these maximum thrust. Turn the thrust off. Oh shit! I was on 2 wheels there for a second. Seat of the pants stuff here. But yeah, this is going to make it a lot easier. So I'll just keep my speed at something respectable. I don't want them to die, you see. We're only collecting science at the moment. Look at Valentina. Right, let's see what Valentina can see. There we go. Beautiful. Right, this is good. Tiny bit more power. It's just beginning to lose a bit of power there. It's probably going uphill or something. Oh, ease off, ease off. Right, we don't want to be going faster than 10 miles, 10 miles an hour. 10 meters per second, ideally. Alright, so far so good. A few frame rate issues there. Alright, so we just want to stop inside this, just after this little incline. Right, a bit of power to get up there. There we go. Right, on them with the brakes. Stop, stop, stop. Let's just pop the brakes on. Right, Bob, my friend. Climb out, do your thing. 4 kills. Go on, lad. Goddamn killing machine, man. Whoa. Take it easy. Give other people a chance, you know. Now, fuck that. Get that chicken dinner. Get that chicken dinner, man. Right, so, here we are. Gathering science. So, let's log that temperature. There's 2.4 science. Jolly good. Take that data. And then we log the pressure. We've got 3.6 from that one. Jolly good. Take that data. Mr. We go. Observe the Mr. We go. 3. I got 3 science from that one. Not too bad. Right, collect data. There we go. Remove data. And then restore. So now we can drive off to the next biome and do it again. But first, Bob, just do a quick EVA report, old boy. There you go. And store your experiments. Good lad. Right. So I'll get back on board. If I had a ladder, I would get off. 4 kills. Oh, calm down, Dark Souls. You goddamn killing machine. Right, so off with the brakes. We're just going to drive over there, over that little tarmac line there. Each little section is its own little biome. So you can actually collect science, you know, quite early on. Right, I'm just going to cross this little bit of tarmac and then slam on the brakes and do it again. Right, there we go. And stop, 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 stop. Jolly good. Put the brakes on so we don't go flying off anywhere. I said put the brakes on. There we go. Bloody rolling backwards there. How embarrassing. Yo, Bob. Do your thing, Bob. Do your thing. So, let's log the temperature. Right, because we're in another biome, another part, we can get more science. So take the data, log the pressure data. Look, we got 3.6 science again from the pressure. So using Bob, we take the data and then we observe the Mr. We go. The Mr. We go. I observed the Mr. We go and I get 3 science from that. So keep that science. Collect data. Remove data. Restore experiment, because scientists can restore experiments. One of the best things about scientists. Right, so Bob, do an EVA, old boy, because you can. There we go. And then we store experiments. There we go. So we've got 8 brand new experiments on board. Awesome. And we ain't finished yet. I mean, I could recover vessel right now, but where's the fun in that? There's more science to be had out there. There's science in them there hills. 5 kills. Go on, lad. Are you playing the standard? Well, which map are you playing and which mode are you playing? Because I think in event mode it is easier to get kills. But go on, Dark Souls. Kicking some ass, man. Right, we go. We're going to stop inside this little flagpole thing, because I think this is classed as another biome as well. Oh, you're playing solo? Go on. Yeah, trust your ears. Use your ears. Crank that headset right up, old boy. And bring home the chicken. Right, let's have a look. Come on, Bob. Let me just turn that down slightly, so the jet engine's not too loud for you guys at home. Oh, look at that! I've even got my fucking my own flag, man. What the fuck? That's a salute. It's fucking awesome. That tag. Got my own flag. Yeah, I'm playing on PC. It's a bit twitchy though. The flag. Look at that. That's a bit fucking twitching all over there. Look at that. I think the flag's been drinking. Anyway, science. That's what this is about. So log temperature. And the flagpole area is classed as another biome. Excellent. So we take that data. So we log the pressure data. We keep that data. We take that data. And blah blah blah. Move on to observe, Mr. Wiggle. Observe, Mr. Wiggle. We get 3 science back from that one. Jolly good. We collect the data, remove the data, and restore the capsule, so we can use it again. Right, so then we do an EVA report, which gets us a tiny bit more science. Then we store all the experiments. Right, so we can't store these ones because you can only store 8, I think, in that. Anyway, no problem. Alright, actually, it's not a new biome, this. It's classed as the same one, so right, that was a bit of a waste of time, never mind. But, onwards, we can go over yonder and do it again over here. So we will. Yeah, go on, Dark Souls, kicking some ass there, man. Shit, too much speed. I wasn't paying attention there. Nearly could have drove straight into the hangars there. Right, slow down, slow down, slow it down, slow down. Put on the brakes. There you go. Right, so pop the brakes on. Here we are in another biome. Right, excellent. So Bob, tell Bob, get your ass out there, old boy. Take the temperature and all that, will you? So same again. It does get a tiny bit repetitive, you know, doing this, but hey, if you want that science, you gotta do it. Holy shit, 6 kills. You better not be bullshitting, just typing this like, oh, I've got 17 kills. No, seriously though, that's pretty good though. It's quite hard to kill people in PUBG. Well, with iron sights, if you get a scope or something, your chances go up exponentially. It's a lot easier to kill people with like red dots and other sights. Right, let's grab some science, collect the data, remove the data, restores the mystery goo. Right, let's store the experiments. Yep, this is from scratch career mode. You'd be damn right about that, Red Skies. Oh, you got a red dot, Dark Souls. That's really good. Right, so I think I stored all that. Yep, excellent. I'm going to have to stop saying excellent because my Alexa is... Alexa, cancel. She's picking up on that word. Right, so EVA report, Bob. Get that in there. That's it. Good one. Store experiments. There you go. Get your ass back inside. Right, okay. Yes, Red Skies, we're just snagging a little early cheap science here. Just driving around, snagging a little early science in a rudimentary, crappy little craft. You should have seen what I was doing a minute ago. I've been collecting science without actually having wheels. Just built like this rolling monstrosity. Looks like 3 missions in. Yep, this is like the, yeah, more or less. Right, so I'm just gonna stop there. I think this is another biome. So let me just get Bob when this crappy frame rate sorts itself out. Right, Bob. Do your thing. Right, so log temperature. Take that. Yep, a bit repetitive this part. Oh, did I take that data? Yes, I did. So log pressure data. Take the data. And observe the Mr. We go. We are observing Mr. We go now. 3 signs from that. Jolly good. Collect the data, Bob. Remove the data. And restore the capsule. So right, this is the 3rd biome I've just done this for. So hopefully I can get an EVA report as well. There we go. And store all this. Alright, so okay. That is classed as the same biome as the one I've just done. So do you know what? I think I'm going to let's recover the vessel. Let's see how much science we got from this. Oh, thank goodness. I've no longer got the jet engine in my ear. My headphones are a bit louder than what you guys are hearing at home. So, I got 34 science just from driving around. That's not bad. But I can get more because... ooh, I just need a couple more science there. These things, I need to research. I need to get these. The science experiment. Then I can get even more science and unlock some more stuff. Oh, you didn't even notice it. Your ears are happy. Jolly good. Like happy feet kind of thing. Happy ears. Right. Okay. So. See, we can unlock general rocketry at the moment. But I'm having a bit of fun. You know, I'm having quite a bit of fun. Doing all this. I think what my plan will be is we're going to aim to get the basic science, this one next. That'll give us batteries, which is going to give us a better chance of, you know, doing stuff in orbit. And this thing, the SC-9001 Science Junior. Yeah, we need that, definitely. So I just need to snag. Ooh, look at that. I've got 43.9 science. You go, Dark Souls. 8 people left. Take it steady now. Bring home that chicken dinner, y'all. Right, so let's see tracking station. I could drive to that bit because I've not done that. So it turns out I've done the runway. I've took samples from just off the runway. I've done the administration building. I've done the astronaut comp. Oh, actually, I've not done the administration building. So yeah, I agree, Red Skies. Science is the priority here. It's a goddamn priority. Priority. Right, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to launch this same craft again. We're just going to drive over and just snag a little bit more science and look at it. In fact, let's give it a name. This thing is performed quite admirably, actually. The Science Slinker, or any suggestions, anybody? It's got to involve the word science type thing. You know when you told me about how you feel at top 10? Yeah. Your heartbeat. Just control yourself. You know, when you get to the last 10 in PUBG, it's about self-control. Don't loot. Don't loot anything. Just focus, you know. Eyes and ears open. And bring home that chicken dinner, old boy. Right, anyway. Let's get rid of the name. So the science, the science, what is it? It's a rover. The science buggy. I'll just call it science buggy. Science jet buggy. Yeah. Save right. So let's launch it. Oh shit! I forgot to put Bob in there. Or maybe he might still be in. I don't know. Science buggy. Yeah. It's a buggy, isn't it? It's basically what it is. It's not a rover, is it? 'Cause I think, is a rover unmanned? I think rovers are unmanned, aren't they? So it's more of a manned little buggy. I don't know. Oh, Bob is still in. Excellent. So we can do this. Excellent. Jolly good. Right, let's just get the camera locked in behind it. That might be a tiny bit easier to drive then. So, fire up the old engine. Let's get a bit of forward movement here. Right, down with the throttle. Don't wanna be taking off. We're not gonna min-miss or anything with this thing. Or the mun. That would be some achievement though. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Easy does it now. Easy does it. So we're basically heading for the central... Oh no, actually, the administration building. Gonna go for the admin... Winner chicken dinner. Dark Souls. Congratulations. Well done. You must be pretty good, you know. First person shooters, Dark Souls. Well done. It's not an easy thing to get a chicken dinner. Oh, we got some frame rate issues here. Let's try switching the camera. There we go. Bit smoother. I've only just reinstalled Kerbal again today, so I think it runs smoother in a window mode. I've got it full screen mode at the moment, so I may have to have a tinker with that afterwards. I'll not do it just yet during stream. Ooh, let's brake a little. Need to put the brakes on. Yeah. It's about, when you get to last 10 in PUBG, I find it's about self-control more than anything. Right, so did I get up there? Do you know what? I think I've already done the administration building. So let's just go a little bit further past it. Oh, this might be... Oh, just not bad. I think the three wheels work quite well. In fact, yeah, let me stop, because I might not have done this, actually. I think I've done the flagpole area. Right, so let's get the brakes on so we don't go anywhere. It's strange actually, because this is a pretty decent PC. This I am actually streaming from my PC as well, so I think the CPU might be like being used quite intensively at the minute. But this normally, I mean, I never have issues normally. So I think it's just window mode. It just, I don't know, it just runs a hell of a lot smoother. Right. Anyway, enough jibber jabber. Let's get Bob out there. And
what do you want to play?
Alexa, cancel. God damn it! How come, right? She listens to me when I don't want to listen to me, but then she doesn't listen to me when I want her to listen to me. That's just crazy. Right then, time for science. Damn right. Oh. It looks like we've already got this science though. So Bob, get your ass back on board. We're just gonna venture further afield. Right, so let's crank a bit of. Let's get the brakes off. That might help. So let's go to the central, central rocket building, the space plane hangar. Oh, sorry, no, the VHB. Let's just mosey on over there. Yeah, well done, Dark Souls. Oh no, I've not got the coast yet. I suppose I can do. Let's hit the coast afterwards, yeah? Yeah, let's go. Let's go down the coast. Yeah, PUBG. Anybody who's won a chicken dinner in PUBG knows what it feels like, you know. I don't think you win chicken dinner first time, and if you do, you're very lucky. I don't know about you guys, but you could play PUBG for ages and never get a chicken dinner and start to get really disheartened. But don't let it get to you. Once you get your first chicken dinner, you'll find that the rest flow quite freely. It's a very psychological PUBG. Anyway, Bob. We need you, Bob. We need your expertise with this shit. Alright. Log that temperature. There we go. So that 2.4 science right there gives us enough to get the the science modules. So mission achieved, but we'll carry on. Let's just grab as much science as we can. Bob, take that data. Observed, Mr. Wigo. I don't know why I do that in a Chinese voice. I apologize for that. Keep experiment. Your experience in a nutshell. Right, so collect data, remove data, and reset the down. Oh yeah, restore. There we go. So we do an EVA report. We collect that, and then restore experiments. Jolly good, Bob. Get your ass back inside, old boy. And we're gonna hit the coast. Do you know what? Actually, I'm just gonna recover vessel because I want to try something. I want to try something a little bit dangerous with this. And I wanted to get that data in the bag before I start doing anything silly. Yeah. So. Right. So what I'm gonna do. So we got 11.4 science from that. Jolly good. So we've got. I'll just show you my tech tree briefly. So there's a few things I've not even bothered yet with. But basic science I can now get. But before I do, I want to just try something. I'm going to see if I can get to the coast quite fast on the runway with this thing. Let's give it a speed test. Yeah. Let's see what this sucker can do. In fact, do you know what? I might just angle the legs out slightly. Let's get a bit of rotation. Let's get a bit of dual. Let's get this a little bit more, close to the ground because... Oh, come on, what you doing? There you go. Something like that. Bit wider base, that might do it. And maybe not. Maybe a tiny bit less. Something like that. Yeah, that should give the back end a bit more stability. In theory, I'm not, 100% sure, but, that's the beauty of Kerbal. Yeah, I think I might try it in window mode, actually. See what it's like. Oh, please don't crash. Please don't crash. I think we might have had a crash here. Come on, Kerbal. Please load. Shit. Oh, it's responded. I thought we had a crash there. Oh, so it just reloaded from scratch. Did you see the... What the hell was that? The main splash screen then? That were right weird. Oh, yeah, we're losing frame rates. The frame rate is dropping through the floor, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, shit. Right, okay. Let's crank this sucker on then before we lose any more. And let's switch into that one. We'll try and get a few more frames per second here. Yeah, normally I stream from a console through my PC. So the CPU on my PC doesn't actually get used that much while I'm streaming. But while playing PC games, unfortunately, it does. It's not too bad at the minute though. We're doing alright. Holy shit. It's not exactly the flattest runway. In fact, let's ease off with the power now. I think that's enough. You believe in it? God bless you, red skies. Oh shit. Little nudge left. I need to just... Oh, whoa. Yes, yeah. We're gonna revert. We're gonna revert that one. I think the pursuit of science near the coast should not result in loss of life for any Kerbal. I hope you agree. Right, I'll tell you what, let me save that. Let me try and sort this out. Let me go back and put it into windowed mode. Yeah. In fact, yeah, that might run a tiny bit better. Or maybe not. Let me just see. So let's go back. So quit the main menu. Just bear with me a minute. I'm just going to try and improve the experience for everyone concerned. But yeah, so the next thing I need to do is go down the runway with more frames per second and collect some science from down there. Right, so yeah, slowly slowing down. Yep, come on, come on. You can do it. There you go. We got one frame of animation there. Go on. Oh, I must have already clicked back. Right, settings. Right, here we go. We're going to try. In the same way, you can tweak a shuttle or, you know, we're going to try and, in fact, let's turn anti-aliasing down a little. That might help. And let's get rid of full screen. And, you know what? Should we whack it down? One level on screen resolution. Right, there we go. Accept. That might run a tiny bit smoother now. Should take a bit of edge off the processor there. Ah, yeah. See, these seems a hell of a lot slicker now. Oh, is it going to work? Is it going to let me load? It's going to. Do you know, normally it never struggles this because I've got like a GTX 770 like graphics card, and it never struggles normally. All right, tax flight site load. You're not loading then? Okay, I'll double click it then. The load button wasn't working. God damn it. Right, so fingers crossed. Ah, yeah, that looks a hell of a lot smoother. Look at that. But unfortunately, you've got some black borders on the edge of your screens now. But, oh well. But, I tell you what. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. In fact, Jeb and Bill. Let's get Jeb and Bill. Right. Is that the right one? It is, with all the right bits. Right. Hold on to your asses, people. We're doing this. I think, yeah, for my next stream with this, I'm going to just have a little play with the resolutions. Watch this. This will be a totally different experience now. I don't know why it were doing that. Must have... there she is! Right, get ready. Are you ready for speed? You've seen the Fast and the Furious, right? Well, this is the Fast and downright stupid. Let's ride on board. Holy shit. Hey, Doc Souls. You take care, man. Well done with that chicken dinner. And thanks for watching, buddy. I'll see you next time. You have a fine evening. Look at this. The frame rate is way better. Look at that. This is just ludicrous. Right, slow down. Slow down. Tap the brakes. Brake. Damn you, brake. Is it actually... Yeah, we are losing... Shit. Do you know what? It's going to jump off the edge. Watch this. Will it survive? Probably not. Oh, mind you. That's not too bad. Oh. Oh. The suspension works. Holy shit. Right. So, we're going to just pull up on the beach, you know. And, we're going to pull up on the beach, put our beach towel down, get the old Factor 40 out. Oh, do you know what, though? We've got the wrong goddamn Kerbal on board. We've got Bill on board instead of Bob. Which means, people, we have to revert flight to spaceplane hangar. Because we had the wrong fucking person on board. So, right. In fact, where are we? Crew. So, let's get Bill off and Bob on. Should we put Valentina on this one? Let's put Valentina on. There we go. Let's have Valentina. Good old Val. I like Val. She's fearless. Absolutely fearless. Right. A thought occurs to me. Should I just add some more science modules on while I can? I might as well. I mean, if I'm going to go to the coast, I might as well, you know, grab some basic science. There we go. So back down to 10 science now. So we're going to be grabbing some science points from the coast. But I just want to do something first. So we pull that apart, and where are we? Get some more science. See, now we've got a few more science parts. Well, these two. The science experiment storage unit is a bit useless at this point. I've yet to use that in Kerbal, but I really love the idea of it. You know, as you're passing Kerbal, or Kerbin, sorry, you can just eject it into the atmosphere, and it, like, you know, is recovered. But we're not going to be doing that because we're not going up in the atmosphere. We're staying here for now. So this is basically what it's going to be. Look at that. Right, so we've got to... Do I need to lower these slightly? Actually, no. I think that'll be alright. It is a bit longer now. Actually, yeah, I think I should. I'll just rotate these... rotate these back legs slightly to give it a bit more clearance, you know? Yep, like that. So, yep. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to save that. I'm going to... Oh, yeah. These guys, I don't know if you know, the most powerful things in the, you know, the construction part are these icons. You see the icons up yonder, that way. The mouse cursor is just hovering around them. These things, absolutely the most powerful things you can use. Look at that. It gives you so much more customization, or whatever. Right, there we go. So let's just get it like that. So we've got a decent bit of ground clearance because it is a bit longer now. Another trick as well. This is a good trick if you ever find yourself, you know, wanting to squish down the size of your craft a little. You can choose individual parts and use the move tool. Make sure, you know, the toggle snap. Make sure you've got it on. Make sure it's not on snap. Make sure it's on freeform, and you can actually just push stuff inside like so, and make it a tiny bit more. Mind you, I have to make sure I don't obscure the hatch for Bob there. So what I can do is I can just shove it inside slightly like so, and if you pardon the expression, shove it a bit inside like that. There we go. So it does make it a tiny bit. Well, we've got a bit of clipping there. See that? There's a bit of strangeness going on, but it should be okay. Don't worry about that. Bit of gaffer tape will fix that. Fingers crossed. Bob is still on board. I forgot to check, I do admit. Bad tag. Right. Oh shit, yeah. We've only got Valentino on board. Sorry about that, everybody. Right, so we're going to get Bob on board. We need a bit of Bob. He's the scientist after all. There you go, Bob. Alright, let's just save that with Bob on board and launch. So let's go down to the... In fact, on the runway, I'm just going to collect some science because I've added the, you know, the big... next up, science and a beach party! Woohoo! Spring break! Spring break. Science break. Right, let me just pop the brakes on. This thing, I've literally just added it. So I've not actually gathered any science using this yet. So let's get Bob on EVA. Let's put some brakes on so the whole thing doesn't start moving. Right, so now we're gonna observe the materials bay. And we get 7.5 science from that, which is pretty good. So we keep that experiment. We collect the data because we're using a scientist. You click on collect data. Bob will take the data from that capsule, keep it on his person, and then we can restore this experiment so we can use it again in a moment. Bob, just do an EVA just to make... Oh yeah, we've already done an EVA at this point. Okay, so we've got the experiment data on Bob right now, so I'm just going to right click on my capsule and store. So Bob's now going to put the data inside the capsule. So Bob is now not holding any data. So Bob, well done lad, you can climb back in. Everything's reset, ready for another round of experiments. So let's pop the tires, light the fires, and go on down to the beach. Yeah, the acceleration's been affected slightly due to adding that extra... Wow, yeah, look at it. Oh, actually, sorry, no, it's because I've got the bloody brakes on. Silly old sausage. Oh, slow down, slow down. Easy does it. We don't want to die before we get there. We're going to the beach, we don't want to die. Let's slow down a bit. Zoom out a little. Let's get a bit of perspective. Look at the thing. Look at it. It'll make 0.5 past light speed. It did the castle run in like 17 weeks. But it did it. Oh. Right, we're cruising at a steady 25 meters per second here. Actually, that's not bad because I'm not even using thrust at this minute. So it's got a nice, it's got no rolling resistance whatsoever. Well, it can roll quite far, should I say. Right, let's have an onboard. Yep, all's well. See, very good. Let's have a look round. Valentina's feet. Docking mode. You don't want to be in docking mode, Valentina. Unless you're going to the docks, I suppose, down on the, you know, sitting on the dock of a bay and all that. Right, let me slow down a little. Right, this, shall I let it... In fact, I'd better slow down. I need to really be trickling over this. There's a massive hump in a minute, isn't there? I don't want to go destroying this thing before we've actually got to the beach. So a little bit more. I could have drove down that way and had a, you know, an easier time with things, but who wants to do that? You know, a little bit of danger now and then. Never hurt anybody apart from a few Kerbals. Oh shit, we need to be braking slightly because there is going to be a sudden change. Watch, get ready. Oh. Oh, just had enough ground clearance. And it didn't smash the nose off. Excellent. We're good. We're good, people. Right, so let's get down to the beach. Let's slow down a bit. Pop the brakes on a little. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, still quite far from the beach, aren't we? Yep. It's an unusual craft, isn't it? Definitely. Okay, slow it down a little. That's it. We don't have to actually go in the water. We just need to... I think, do you reckon... I think we might be good here, actually, if I just apply the brakes a little, start turning ever so slightly. So let's slow it down. Let the natural slope guide us down a little bit there. Oh, put the brakes. We don't want it to tip. It's only a three-wheeler. It could tip. Oh yes. I've got a sneaky suspicion this thing might float, and it might even be able to, like, be seaworthy. I feel like they can taste the sea air. It's good for the lungs. Oh, pop the brakes on. Right, so let's see. Right, Bobby boy, let's go. Right, first things first, do an EVA. EVA report from Kerbal Shores. Excellent, so we are on the shores. I don't think a spacesuit was entirely necessary to get here. Well, you never know, old boy. Right, so a full set of experiments, if you please, Bob. Starting with the Mr. We Go. Observe the Mr. We Go. There we go. Keep experiment. Collect the data. Remove the data. Let's restore it. Restore it there. Log the pressure data. We capture the data. We take the data. We do the same for the fucking thermometer. We log it, we take it, and all that shit. And also, we can do this one. Observe materials bay. There we go. The water spray has rusted one of the samples, and some of the electronics are... Yep, something's gone wrong in there. So we'll keep that. Collect the data. That's it, Bob. Get that data. And restore it. Thank you very much. So now, Bob, if you please, could you put all your experiments into the pod? Thank you very much. Right, now, Bob, get your ass back on board. Do you know what? I'm going to try easing this thing into the sea, not under the sea. You'll find it better. Down where it's wetter. Valentina, take it from me. Up on the shore, they collect science all day. But under the sea, they like to play. So that's where we're going. Where the water's flowing. Down to the sea. Do you like that? I just totally made that up. Yes, it was rather shit, really, wasn't it? Right, so we're going to gently ease this thing. Hopefully it's not going to sink. Easy does it, easy does it, easy does it, easy does it. There's an issue. Holy shit, look at that. Right, we need SAS on to keep it level for one. Oh, let's write that. Now this this could be rather tricky, this. Right, so here we are. Partially under the sea. Right, so we've got the readings from the shore. Right, so now we're going to try and get Bob. Bob, this is quite precarious. First of all, get an EVA. Alright, I think this is still classed as Kerbal Shores. So I might just have to venture a little bit further out. In fact, let's take that EVA report. If I can store it, I can. Right. So it is a different biome then. So let's try running the full set of experiments. Oh yeah, from Kerbal Shores. I'm sure the last one I did was from Kerbal Shores, but never mind. Let's get that science. Restore the Mr. We Go. There we go. Let's just store them experiments. Yeah. So they are different sets of data from what we've just collected. Excellent, Smithers. So let's keep grabbing it then, Bob. Keep grabbing that. Yep. Oh, sorry. Oh, did he take it? Yep, he did. Log temperature. Keep experiment. Take data. Right. Store experiments. Right. Do you know what? I'm gonna turn this mission in, I think. And then come back to the beach and do this again and try and go a little bit further out. I don't want to lose this science, you see, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to recover that, and then we're going to drive down to the beach again, under the sea, and we're going to try and go a bit further out into the sea, or maybe even under the sea. Holy shit, we got 41 science from that, that's pretty good. Right, so we're doing the same again. We're going to launch the same thing, go down the same way. I think I might go off the runway and just try and... What do you reckon? What speed do you reckon I can hit the water at with this thing? Let me just double check the impact, you know, tolerance of this thing. 40 meters a second impact. So I could seriously, I could go into the water about at least 10 meters a second. Let's give it a try. In fact, let me just double check. Impact tolerance on these wheels. Holy shit. Impact tolerance 325 meters a second. That's unbelievable. Oh, 35 seconds max. Let's have a look. The pod. So yeah, 40 meters. So yeah, 35. So let's go 35 then. So we got the science in the bag from that last one. Do you know what? Let's have Jeb on board this one, eh? Let's have Jeb on. I find I like to use Jeb for the I don't know, the more balls out, swinging kind of missions. He's old faithful into Jeb, you know. But if you get him killed, oh, betide you. You fucking killed Jeb. You're basically ending your career in, you know, space flight. Right, so let's get this cracking. Let's get off the runway. Let's get off this runway. Not too much throttle, not too much. Let's get zoomed in a little. This side. And then we're going to burn rubber for the, you know, for the coast. And we're going to try and go a little bit further out. Ooh, it's a little bit tricky there. Oh, we're good. Yep, 100% of the time. If Jeb dies, Alt F4. If Jeb dies, we riot. Holy fuck, slow down. Oh, 40 meters a second is a tiny bit fast. Let's just slow down because this is no runway. And we could hit some, you know, a patch of land. A dodgy patch of land. Let's get up close, eh? Look at that. Beautiful. The science buggy. It was never meant to go further than the runway or around the complex, but we're going to take her to sea and try and get some science from the sea. Under the sea. Or on top of the sea. We'll gather science. And in this crappy appliance, take it from me. Alright, I'll stop singing now. I'll stop singing. Okay. I feel your pain. 1,000 cats have just started wailing somewhere. No, why did he sing? Right, I'm just passing time while we get to the coast, that's all. Right, whoa, slow down. We've got a bit of a crest coming up. So we've gathered most of the science from around the, you know, around KSP, the centre. So we're going to ease this thing into the sea to see if we can get any more. It's I should have called it like the science pig or something, you know, something. It's like a workhorse. This is a science workhorse, this thing. I'm really glad I put the jet engine slightly up, you know, above the waterline, because I think that might. Right, okay then, let's leave it going. Oh shit, no, in fact, let's slow down a little. I think I'm just going to ease it into the sea. I think I'm not going to. In fact, yeah, this should do about 10 meters a second. Let's have a look. Holy shit, that's a bit deep. Right, let's hold it there. We don't want it to capsize. Oh shit, let's just roll slightly. Correct that. There we go. I think the jet engine is just about still able to pump water, air, sorry, through it. Right then, we're taking her out. Stick with me, hearties. We're going on a long sea voyage. Well, it might not be a long one. We're just going to go, you know, we're just going to inch our way out. Holy shit. Look, you can see the sea floor dropping away now. What the hell? Full speed ahead, Captain. Go on, Jeb, put your foot down. Let's see what it can do on water. Onwards! To infinity and beyond! It's like, almost like Jack Sparrow type of aircraft, this shit. Onwards to victory! Right, let's kill. Let's kill. kill the engine then. Let's right, so let's bring it to a, well, I'm going to press B, but obviously brakes aren't going to work, are they, in water? So so Bob, you gingerly step out, old boy, and start having a tinker with the old I think we've already got these, you know. Let's have a look. Yep. So I wonder if it's right. We're gonna have to go further out then, aren't we? Obviously, this is classed as Kerbal Shores, so we're going to have to venture further out. Ooh, what the hell's that? Yep, not far enough. Definitely. So let's push the envelope. Oh yeah, cranking it up. This was never meant to work as it is now. This craft is exceeding its build specifications right here. Seems to be working though. In fact, let's go as fast as we can. Look at that. Wow. Unbelievable. Yeah, it is indeed. Doing things that the design was never meant to do or achieve. You know, those are they're like your Apollo 13 moments, aren't they, you know? I don't know why it's working, but thank Jeb it is. God damn it. Thank Jeb. Right, let's slow it down. Let's see. Have we hit the next biome here? Oh, the seafloor looks a long way down. Right, what we got? 5 meters a second. That's safe for Bob to venture out. Right, here we go. Let's give it another bash. Is this another biome? Let's have a look. Take data. Oh, sorry, no. Log data. Yes, it is. Temperature scan from Kerbin's water. Excellent, so we've got more science here. Right, so take that data. Do you know what? I'm actually tempted to build a proper seaworthy craft now or something. We'll see. Let's see how much I can get from this. Log pressure. Let's get all this. Take data. Observed a mystery goo. It's going to be covered in seawater. Mystery goo observation from Kerbin's water. The goo escapes into the water. Let's hope it's not harmful to aquatic life, eh? Right. Collect that data. Remove that data. And reset it, please, Bob. Well done. And let's do this one too. Observe the materials bay. Oh, got 10 signs from that one. You expose the material samples to the environment, taking note of how it behaves. Right, jolly good. Collect data, remove data, and restore experiment. NB4 mutated shrimp destroy Kerbin. Holy shit. Right, so EVA, one last thing. We're just going on EVA. 3.2 signs from that, jolly good. Right, so we store experiments. Holy shit. We've got six experiments in there. This is good. Right, so board. Let's see if I can get Jeb. Can you do a Cura report, old boy? Can you actually? Right, so we got Jeb as well. Right, should we try? Obviously my jet engine's not going to work underwater, is it? So I'm a bit hesitant to you know, to go underwater, but should we try? Should we try it? Can I at least angle it downwards somehow? Oh shit. I think I risk flooding my jet engine here. Shit. Turn sideways there. Right. I think we should take it back on land, you know. I think I should somehow... I should turn round. And take it back. You know, just to prove that it can go back on land. Right, we're going to have to do a tricky turning manoeuvre here. We don't want it to turn over either, so... Ooh, not that much power. I know that Kerbals can make it underwater. I'm not sure about boats though. Oh yeah, they've got spacesuits on. That's a point. I didn't think about that. I know there's like mods, isn't there? You can get where you can like design submarines and all sorts. So I've just realised actually it's like 12:30. I'm from the UK, if you can't tell. Whereabouts you from, Red Skies? Anywhere nice? Yeah, I might have to like come off after pulling this into the you know, onto land again. So we'll see. Right, so let's crank it up to the max. This was never designed for this purpose. So let's push it. Jeb has touched the sea floor on accident, survived once. Well, Jeb is he's a god amongst Kerbals. Right, so ideally, I don't want to be, you know, flying into the shoreline. Oh shit! Did I take some damage there? Is it F3? Let's just check. Oh no, no. No, we're good. Nothing smashed off. Just checking the mission log there. This of course tells you, you know, if anything happens. So we lifted off. I don't know how that's possible because we've got no wings or anything. Bob Kerman from Science. Alright, so every time it gets out and goes on EVA, it like lists it. Right, okay. Right, so. Right, we're just going to get this sucker back on land and, you know, park it up somewhere. This is like a proof of concept. This should never have been able to do this, but it's what Kerbal's about, eh? Pushing the envelope. Sounds like a postman pushing an envelope through some kind of letterbox. Right, so what speed are we doing? 27, about 28 meters a second. We need to start bringing that down because it's going to take us a while to decelerate in the water. Oh, perhaps a bit more. Actually, it does slow down pretty good. But we just want to, yeah, just take it easy there, Jeb, with the old accelerator pedal. Just gonna easily, let's get lined up. That's not bad. Is that, what the hell's that? Can I see through the ground? Yeah, I can see KSP Center there. That's a bit weird. Right, here we go. So let's give it a bit of, oh, mind you, actually, it's going to probably float. Watch this. Proof of concept. By Jove, it works. It works. But will it make it up this hill? Just. Holy shit. Yes, the Kerbal boat program is confirmed, up and running there, Red Skies. That is correct. Wow, right. Knowing my luck, I'm probably gonna flip over or something. So, in fact, there is a. If I head towards the launch pad, actually, I could do a tiny bit more science before I log off for the evening. So I think I should. You know, science and all that. Science is why we do this. You know, to unlock more parts in career mode. So, I'm a science whore at the minute. Whoring myself for science, as you might say. Right. Not doing too bad. I'm so glad I put my logo on. It looks miles better. Yes, science before everything. But before Kerbal's lives, do you think? Or, I mean, would you value science above Jeb's life? That is, some things, I don't know. Maybe Kerbal's lives matter. They do matter, don't they? Right, bringing around. Is that the launch pad? Yep. We're going to try and go up onto the launch pad and just grab a bit of science while we're here. Might as well. This thing It's been in the sea. It's been out to sea. I took it about a mile out. It's unbelievable. Wow. Definitely worth the money, you know. It was designed to... Jeb is greater than science. Science is greater than Bob, Bill, Valentina and other Kerbals. That's an excellent... That's a magnificent equation there. That's an elegant equation you've just written on the screen there. Red skies. I totally agree. Right, so let's just get a little bit further up. Come on, jet engine, you can do it. You can do it. Right, whoa, whoa, whoa. Not too much. Ooh, perhaps a tiny bit more. Come on, tiny bit more, tiny bit more, tiny bit more. I'll do. Ease off, ease off, ease off, ease off, ease off. Right, stop. Stop, goddammit. Right, put the brakes on. Right, Bob. One last thing before I log off, Bob. You need to do this. So, I've already done previous missions, you know, with the thermometers and all the goo and all that shit. It's this that I'm actually after from the launch pad. There we go. An extra 7.5 science just for nothing. I'll take that. Yoink. Collect the data, remove the data, and restore experiment. Right, okay, so then we store experiments. Jolly good. And has he done an EVA from this part before? I think he has, you know. Yes, he has. He has. Well worth it. Well worth it. Right, so that's Bob. All scienced up there. So let's recover this and see what we got. That's quite a little haul, that. Quite a little chog. So, drum roll please. We got 34.7 science from that. That's pretty good. That brings our science total up to 86. Wow, that's pretty good. So now we can, well, definitely, I'm probably going to get general rocketry next. Flight control, I'm not sure about that. I mean, I could even, oh no, you need, ooh, I'd need 4 more science to do, you know. But I don't know about you guys, but I kind of like to unlock, you know, everything as I go. 45. So what does flight control give me? That might be worth it for the inline reaction wheel. What we got? Crew cabin, struts, decouplers, or advanced rocketry. Actually, I might go advanced rocketry for that one because it's going to make it a little bit easier getting an orbit, I think. So yes, advanced rocketry. So that leaves us with 21.6 science left for the next session, which is pretty good. Right, not bad, not bad. Anyway, I think I'm going to call it an evening there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching, Red Skies and anybody else. It's been an absolute pleasure broadcasting. I hope you've enjoyed it. In fact, do you know what? Let's do one last thing. Let's do one last thing. Let's send this thing. Let's see. Let's see. Let's do one more. I'm just going to do one last thing. I'm going to do a speed test. I want to see what kind of speed this sucker gets up to. Right, so I think I might have to just... Alright, so let's take Bob out for one, because this is just going to be pure Jeb. Pure Jeb insanity, this. This is the last roll of the dice for Jeb tonight. So, I need to just alter something. I just want to make it a tiny bit more stable, so I'm just going to grab these things, and if I do something kind of like that, it should, in theory, be a tiny bit more stable. And if I just grab this thing and put it... Oh, sorry, no. In fact, I'll use the move tool. I'll do it like that. So if I grab that, I can just move it forward slightly. Give it a bit more length. Does that do, I reckon? Right, let's just pull that down slightly. There we go. Oop, I'll take the snap off. Otherwise it's going to snap to certain, you know, placements. Right, so here we go. This is a land speed record. The last roll of the dice tonight. A little bit of fun before I log off. So here we go. This is going to end. In fact, let me just put a song on in the background. I think I should put a song on. About Ride of the Valkyries or something, you know, something epic. Let me just have a look. Let me just make sure you can hear this. Right, yep. So let's put Ride of the Valkyries. So Ride of the Valkyries. Right, get ready for this. Yep, this is the world record time. Are you ready? Hopefully you can hear some music. Let me just double check. I don't know if you can hear that. Hopefully you can. Right then. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this piece of magnificence? Are you ready? I feel this could be the crowning moment of tonight's stream, you know. So, off we go. Let's head off. Oh shit, we got the brakes on. There we go. Right, bit of power. Bit of power might help. So, we're gonna go, I think we're gonna go like this way. In fact, do you know what? I'm gonna turn around. Actually, let's turn around. Oh! Forget that. Forget that. Revert to launch. You never saw a thing. I'll leave the music playing. Just turn it down slightly. There we go. Of course, there's always one fuck up, isn't there? Right. So let's just turn around ever so slowly. I think the music was slightly too epic, you know. It destroyed the craft. Right, here we go. This is it. I want to get lined up so I can hit them mountains at full speed and fly. Right, fingers crossed. This should. Oh, if I put that on. Yeah, if I put SAS on. Here we go! We've got one Kerbal on board. We got one on board. It's ludicrous. What are we doing? Oh shit, this thing's wanting to take off. Watch this. This may not go according to plan. It's been nice. Holy shit. Away! Beautiful. In fact, I want to do it again. I'm not quite satisfied with that. Let me just put some other music on a minute. Or at least start this again. In fact, no, it's halfway through. I'll leave it. I'll leave it. There's more epicness to come, I believe. Get ready. We're going to do it one more time. I didn't like that because, you know, it didn't quite work as good as I thought it would. So, we're going to have another bash. We're just going to keep the throttle down slightly. And take two. Are you ready? Ready, Red Skies? It's been a pleasure tonight. This is the defining moment for Jeb's career. His early career. No doubt he's going to go far, this kid. Right, so we keep it nice and steady. We don't want too much. Let's brake a little. Right, so bringing it down. That's it. That's it. Keep it easy. Keep it steady. That's nice. That's nice. That's a good speed. Right, as I get nearer, I'm going to whack it on full. Oh shit, looks like we're getting a bit bumpy out here. Right then. Get ready. 3, 2, 1. Full power. Godspeed, Jeb. Godspeed. It's wanting to take off. Holy shit, it's all over the place. Look at it. Holy shit. Let's try and oh. There's pieces of him all over the goddamn place. Is anything still moving? No, that's it. Oh look. Holy shit, the wheel is just coming to a stop. Look at that. It's a sad day. Well, the back end survived. The wheel's still moving about. But Jeb is nowhere to be seen. We gave him a good send-off. Holy shit, it looks like a cannon. It's going to fire that way. Actually, that's pretty cool. Artillery piece, yeah. Well, thank you for watching. You've been beautiful. It's been fun. I've had a blast. Hope you had too, Red Skies. Right, so. Right, that's it. You have a fine night, Red Skies, and I will see you next time, hopefully. I'll probably continue with Rest in Pieces. I'll probably continue with this like in the week or at some point. So you too, my friend, have a good night. And I will I'm gonna go out there and look for pieces of Jeb now and try and put the guy back together. Okay, so don't have nightmares after what you've just seen. He'll be back next time, don't worry. And I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Take care now. Bye bye.